Marvel Legends Haslab returns, but who's on the cards? Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys. If this is your first time here, then please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. And if you're a returning viewer, thanks very much. Your support is very much appreciated. Now, in a recent live stream where they revealed a whole bunch of figures, the team at Hasbro behind Marvel Legends teased that there is going to be another Haslab announcement. Now, following their previous Haslab attempt of the Ghost Rider Engine of Vengeance that unfortunately massively plummeted and didn't reach funding, Marvel Legends are back at it again with another Haslab project for 2023. Now, a very brief history. Marvel Legends have had 3 Haslab attempts. The first being the Sentinel, which was fully funded and went to production. The second was Galactus, that again was fully funded and exceeded expectations and went to production. And the third was the Engine of Vengeance, a slightly different attempt, this time being a vehicle, and it didn't get funded. People kind of kicked off, they were really angry at the price, but not letting this put them off, they are back in 2023 with their 4th Marvel Legends Haslab. But who is it going to be? Now, the big thing this year is Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest. They are celebrating the anniversary of the Avengers from 1963. So I think a lot of the hints there on who or what the Haslab is going to be obviously ties in with Avengers. Now, this is an absolute surefire win for them. There are so many fans of the Avengers out there, though surely a Haslab that is centered around the Avengers is going to get funded. However, I still think that there needs to be a good structure with it, good tiers and a good marketing campaign to back it, because people are angry after that last one. So I think they're going to really have to pull it out of the bag and win people over again with the Haslab. So here's a couple of my predictions. There's a lot of speculation going around at the moment about who it could be. I've seen predictions that everybody on the title card, all the characters used on the title card, is going to be the Haslab, and it's just going to be this big ultimate wave of Avenger figures. But I don't think that's going to be the case. There's other people talking about a Quinjet, that they're going to do a Quinjet, but I think after the recent failure of the Engine of Vengeance, a vehicle in the Haslab format, not being fully funded, I don't think they would attempt a vehicle again anytime soon. So I personally think that it's down to 2 potentials. The first, and the one that I would like to see the most, would be Fang Foom. Now, Fang Foom is a character in Marvel Comics that's come up against a whole bunch of different characters in his time. It's most notably linked to people like Iron Man and Hulk, therefore making him tied into the Avengers. We haven't seen him in figure form since the 2008 Hulk wave, where he was the Build-A-Figure, and he still reaches a pretty decent price on the aftermarket. But there are a lot of collectors out there that haven't been collecting since 2008 that would like to add a Fang Foom to their collection. Myself included, because I never actually finished him off and sold off the pieces that I did have, annoyingly. Now, Fang Foom debuted in Strange Tales 89 in 1961, which puts him slightly ahead of the year that they put in their title card. The year they put in their title card was since 1963. So therefore, Fang Foom as a Haslab wouldn't necessarily tie up with the dates that they've given us, which is a shame, because I think personally it would go down an absolute storm. There are a lot of people that would like to include him, and I think a kind of Sentinel sized Fang Foom dragon would be absolutely awesome, and the unlocked tiers that they could add with it would be brilliant. However, I think the most likely candidate for this particular Haslab is gonna be, of course, Giant Man. Giant Man debuted in Tales to Astonish 49 in 1963, so therefore it ties up. Giant Man was also one of the Avengers. Giant Man is also a character that we haven't had larger than a 6-inch figure for quite some time now. There was a San Diego Comic-Con box set that included Giant Man and Goliath and Hank Pym and all the rest of it, but we haven't had this character for quite some time. Now, if you think about the potential there is of a Sentinel Galactus sort of sized Giant Man, it would make for a very awesome display indeed. But is it enough on its own to sell? Personally, what I'd like to see is not quite the size of the Sentinel or the Galactus figures, but maybe scaled down a little bit, and instead with something else. So maybe a Giant Man and a Goliath. You could do Goliath slightly scaled down, but just to have 2 great big figures as part of that offering would be really cool. Now, one thing to note with the Haslab projects as well is they come with unlock tiers. Now, you must not get caught up in the idea that an unlock tier is a guaranteed part of that offering. This is where I think the last one failed. People were kind of looking at the price of it and wanting to see what the unlock tiers were before they backed it and all the rest of it. Now, of course, the unlock tiers and everything, if it's all unlocked, it's a great product for the price that it is, but you have to look at the original offering and see whether that's worth your money. And I think that Hasbro and Marvel Legends are going to be looking at what they put out as the initial offering, hoping that they get the backers early. They also recently released a classic Ant-Man figure as a single card store exclusive, which I think kind of gives a hint towards what they're going to do. If they're going down the line of the Avengers year, this is the year of Avengers, we're going to get a load of 2-packs, we're going to get a load of villains, a load of good guys and all the rest of it. I think that seeing that classic Ant-Man be released just before they announced all of this is a good hint to what the Haslab could potentially be, meaning that we won't get an Ant-Man as an unlocked here, but maybe perhaps some other characters. 2 that I would definitely like to see in there, as I said a minute ago, is a Goliath. To get a Goliath figure that is maybe 12, 13 inches tall, so not quite as big as the Giant Man, but oversized and bigger than the 6-inch figures, would be very cool indeed. The other one, of course, is the classic comic book accurate Yellow Jacket. We haven't had this figure since 2008, and so many people have been calling out for that needing an update. It would be a great way of them tempting people in with that Haslab project if he was maybe the first unlocked here or even included in the initial offering. So there we go, that is all we know at the moment. All we know is that there is a Haslab coming. It is going to be Avengers related, and the hint that we have is since 1963. So if you're looking at that as the clue, 1963 ties up perfectly with Giant Man. He's also a big sized figure that ties in perfectly well with the Haslab projects that they've done previously that have been successful. So my prediction is that the Haslab project for 2023 by Marvel Legends is going to be Giant Man. Let me know your thoughts and feelings and all the rest of it in the comments below. Of course, I'll try to keep you updated as things come out, and perhaps the same as what I did last time with the other Haslabs is I'll try to do a running commentary of things when it comes to unlocked tiers and stuff like that, because I really enjoy the Haslab projects and I think that they are a cool way of kind of getting figures that we wouldn't necessarily get. I think the Avengers one, if it is a Giant Man, this is definitely one that I'd be backing and getting behind. As I said, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. I'm Jacob, aka Jacob's Toys, and I'll see you soon.